Okay, now let us look at a word problem that involves using the concept of square root. So the problem statement that we are given over here is to find the least number that must be subtracted from the number 5607 to get a perfect square. Now it definitely implies, this problem implies that the number that we are given is not a perfect square, and we need to find out the smallest number that we need to take away from 5607 to get a perfect square. So the first thing we need to do is to try to find out what do we get when we use the division method to find out the square root of this number. So let us do that. So we have 5607. We pair the numbers, so we have 07 and 56 as we have discussed in earlier videos, and then we begin with our division. So we want to first find out the number, the square number, which is either the number whose square is either less than or equal to 56. So we have 7 square equals 49 and 8 square equals 64. So because 64 is greater than 56, so we'll have to settle with 7, and therefore we will say 7 times 7 gives us 49, and we proceed to subtract this. So we have 16 minus 9 gives us 7, and then we pull these two digits, that is 07, down. Now the next step we need to do is to double this, that is 7 times 2 is 14. Now here comes the tricky bit. We have to find out the biggest number over here, that is 1 4 whatever this multiplied by that number, such that it is at least equal to or less than 707. Okay, and in this case, after a few iterations, you would figure out that 144 multiplied by 4, so you can try 4 times 4 is 16. I would just do that, and you maybe 7 is greater than that, so I'll just try that. That's the method. So when I do 144 times 4, what we would get, so 4 times 4 gives us 16. We carry over 1 over here, again 4 times 4 is 16, 7 carried over 1, 4 times 1 is 4, and we get 5. So we get 144 times 4 is 576. Now what happens if I were to do 145 multiplied by 5? If we were to do that, let's say 5 times 5 is 25, we carry out 2 over here, 5 times 4 is 20, okay, plus 2 is 2, so 2, and then you carry 2 over here, 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2, 725, and you can see that 725 is greater than this 707, so we have to use this multiplication, 144 multiplied by 4. So I'll say 144 multiplied by 4, it gives me 576, and then what we do is we proceed to do the subtraction. So 7 minus 6 would give us 1, and then using the method over here, so of course 10 minus 7 would give you 3, and 6 minus 5 would give you 1 over here. So now here is the interesting bit. We got this remainder over here, right? Now if this number were a square number, that is 5607, or if this number is a square number, we wouldn't have got a remainder over here. So what do we need to do? So we need to get 576 over here, and we can do that by subtracting 131. So that is essentially what it is. So what we do is we subtract 5607 minus 131. Okay, this is what we are doing. So 7 minus 1 gives us 6, 10 minus 3 gives us 7, 5 minus 1 gives us 4, and so 5476 is the number, okay, is the square number that you will get, okay, after you subtract 131 from it. And what will be the square root of this? We have already found it out. The square root of 5476 is 74. Okay, you can verify this for yourself, because you start with 5476 over instead of 5607, you proceed to find out the square root of 5476, you would not get a remainder. The remainder would be a 0 and you would get 74 as the square number. So this was a problem using a concept of square root and the long division method. We will explore some more type of problems of this type in the coming videos. Till then, goodbye.